It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is the Texans' burner at wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. He'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Take it in at the 22. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Stroud off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You look at this Colt defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans at 8-2 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. And you can bet they're going to lean on on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards also. AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They trail now 9-0. The opening safety followed by the touchdown a moment ago. So an early hole to dig out of as the drive starts 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
Check, man. Check, man.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter play. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Come on, come on. Hey. Go, Reed, go.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Being chased out left.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Texans.
DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Christian Harris in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
And taken right at the 35. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Dragon 60.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse and this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Will Anderson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will Anderson, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Texans to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Singletary to get the drive started. Strong running at the 30. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Marquise Bell, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Christian Harris. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Take it at the 37. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action. Stroud now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
19 tight.
Stroud on third down now. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Stroud and company going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready?
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Okay, break. Go, Jack. Go, Jack.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
A little juke, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Fights loose. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Stroud.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Texans are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Colts nothing. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. Oh, fighting off the defender. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Powering forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Christian Harris. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 20. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
And now out comes Houston.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stroud to throw it.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Here's Stroud.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 62 yards.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But Brandon,
back now in Indianapolis. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. This offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
And Stroud now to throw.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown! A great play there. 42 yards.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Stroud looking to throw.
Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let go.
4th down, here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches, as a general rule, that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Houston's offense taking over again. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
79 Broncos.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Pioneer.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Looking left side, and it's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Throwing again is Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Will Anderson in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this